Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have the very late April reading wrap up. It's also the setup for April. I really liked the way it turned out. I had no idea what I wanted, but it turned out okay. Although so far, I think March is my favorite setup. If you haven't catched that video, I'll link it down below, so make sure to check out the description box. Also, all the supplies that I use here, I will also not list them, but I will put the supplier, the vendor where I get my stuff down in the description box down below. Also, I'm gonna try to work on my May and June wrap up before the end of June. I also have some stationery hauls coming because I placed a few orders, so I have a few things. So I'm going to be doing things separately per order just so that I can post a little bit more. If you don't like to watch hauls or anything like that, I'm sorry, but that's what's coming until I get up to date with all of my reading wrap up and stuff like that. And also I need to do my mid-year checking, stats wrap up and all that stuff. I also want to film that type of video before the end of July. Anyways, getting back to the April reading journal. With this journal, for the April's reading journal, it was a bit of a surprise to me, mostly because I have no idea what I wanted the cover page to look like when I first started. I knew I wanted something that felt cozy and felt like spring, but I just didn't know what that looked like until I started sticking things down. Now that it's done, and you will see in a few short minutes, I actually love how soft and refreshing it turned out. Hopefully it gives off cozy spring vibes to you too. And like I said, March is my favorite spread, but we're just gonna go with these spring vibes, okay? And if you've been here before, the drill is I only do the voiceover when necessary. So I'm just going to let you enjoy the setup, and I'll talk to you shortly. Enjoy. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoy that spread. Let me know in the comments what you think. You like it? Does it give you that spring cozy countryside vibe? Let me know in the comments. Okay, next up is my calendar spread for April. This is where I track the days that I read, and it was a pretty active month. I'll show you my final reading stats here. Plus, over the next page, I include all the covers for the books that I read that I finished in the month of April. I always love seeing them side by side at the end of the month. It's just something for me to look at, and also it gives me the visual of how many days I read. And for what I can see, I had a really busy month. I did not take breaks between books, which it makes me happy. I did read like 3 short novellas, which we'll get into that a little bit more later on. But let me give you my stats, which I read a total of 8 books. They were all physical books, no audiobooks this month, which makes me very happy. Total pages I read was 3,216 pages, and my average reading was 4.38, which is great. I love most of the books that I read. I had maybe 3 stars, but everything else was either 3.5, 4 stars, or 5 stars. And we'll get into that more because I'm really excited for all the books that I read and continuing on with some of the series that I started at the beginning of the year, which makes me so happy. At the moment, I'm taking a break from The Sun Eater because it's summertime. And if you don't know, if you haven't seen my post, the community post, I'm reading some romance for the month of July and August. That might change a little bit, but I'm telling you that for the summer, I wanted to read romance, just take a break from all the sci-fi and fantasy books because I've been reading some big books. So, yeah, I mean, yeah. And also, can I say that I have 3 books left in the realm of the Otherlings? I'm almost done, you guys. I'm super excited, and I eventually will read the books again, all 16 books. I think the 16 books. I will read them again at some point in time, not this year or next year. I want this sort of series that I wanted to finish next year, but we'll talk about that at the end of the year or beginning of next year. But I'm super excited because even though I haven't read as many books as I wanted when it comes to quantity, but the quality of the books that I've been reading is being really awesome, and I'm really happy with my reading all these months. So, yeah. Okay, now we're gonna jump into the book reviews, the books that I finished for the month of April. First off is The Rise of Mages by Scott Drayford. This is the first book in the Age of Ire in duology, I believe. So, anyways, the book misses magical training, intense battles, and some generally emotional moments. We follow Embrel. He's a young man caught between physical combat training and magical theory until everything goes sideways when his school is attacked and his brother is kidnapped. The, that kicks off a journey full of forbidden magic, rebellion, and some jaw-dropping twists. The magic system called Infusory was one of my favorite parts. It blends science, art, and spiritual energy into something that feels really fresh. And Embrel's bond with his brother Van was so good. If you're into underdogs, heroes, magical schools, and political fantasy with emotional stakes, this one is a strong start to a series. the follow-up book, which is book 2. If Rise of the Mages was the spark, then the Fate of the Silent Gods is a full-on inferno. This sequel ups the tension in every possible way. Apriil is now a leader, and he's grappling with war, betrayal, and the dark pools of godlike forces. The battles are larger, the choices are heavier, and the emotional toll is brutal. His brother Van continues to stand out with his inventive magical tech, and April's mentor Jaina gets some powerful backstory that adds a lot of emotional weight. It is darker, heavier, and more ambitious, but still holds onto that heart that made the first book so compelling. I was really surprised on how much I like these books. I rated them 3.5 stars, but they were really good. I liked the first book more than I liked the first one, but I still ended up enjoying both of the books. They were a quick read, and I was really happy that I got to read the duology. I believe, I don't know, for some reason I feel like book 2 ended up like there might be more books. I don't know. That's just how I feel. Moving on, I finally read Elantris by Brandon Sanderson, and it was such a satisfying standalone fantasy. I love Elantris. I This book could have been 500 pages, and I would not have a complaint at all. I really love Elantris. So we are dropping to a cursed city that used to be magical, and now is falling apart. Prince Raedan is cast into it, presumed dead, while his clever fiancée Soreen arrives to find her whole world has changed. Soreen was a highlight for me. She's witty, strategic, and her bond with her Sion Ashi is adorable. Raiden's friendship with Galadon is also gold. And even the villain, Rathan ended up surprising me with unexpected death. I really love the politics and hope wrapped up in some very clever world building. It was so good. I really love this. I don't know what else to say, but I really love this. Serene loved her. I know I'm saying the names wrong, so forgive me. I don't know how to say them. All these names, they they hard. They hard to say. Anyways, after finishing Elantris, I read The Hope of Elantris, which is a short story, but at such a sweet emotional note. It follows a young girl named Matisse. I don't know if I'm saying that right. During one of the most dangerous moments in the book, and her courage adds a whole new layer to the ending. I just love that it gave me more time in Elantris, because definitely I did not get enough of Elantris, and having this little short novella thrown in there, very sweet and emotional, loved it. So I cannot wait. Hopefully we get another Elantris book. I don't know. I'm still reading my Cosmere, so maybe I'll get more of Elantris, but I really love all the characters in the stories, both Elantris and The Hope of Elantris. Yes, I can. I don't know what else to say other than love. 5-star reads, both books, okay? I know they're short novellas, and usually, short novellas, they fall short, but no, I love them. And the next one is The Emperor's Soul. Completely blew me away. It's under 120 pages, and this one is about Shai. She is a master forger who can rewrite the history of objects or people. When she's forced to recreate the Emperor's soul after an assassination attempt, what follows is part heist and part philosophical exploration. It's smart, subtle, and beautifully written. Shai's dynamic with Gaetona, one of her captors, was thoughtful and layered, and the world building somehow incredibly rich despite the short length. Loved it. Very emotional and quite powerful. A must read 100%. Oh, did I mention I also gave 5 stars to the Emperor's Soul? Now, next up is Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix. This is my third book and my least favorite one of all. I ended up giving this one 3 stars. This is set in 1970s Florida. It follows Fern, a pregnant teen sent to a reform home where she meets other girls society wants to forget. What begins as a grim historical narrative turns into a chilling, empowering story once a mysterious librarian introduces Fern to witchcraft. It's about control, rebellion, and the price of power. Not every character was perfect, some felt stronger than others, but the atmosphere and emotional intensity really stuck with me. If you like horror that misses social commentary, feminist themes, and emotional depth, this one is worth picking up. I gave it 3 stars because I don't know, I knew what the story was about, but I was expecting more. I'm not really sure what I was expecting. I just don't know how to explain it, but it's not one of my favorite from this author. I love the my friend's exorcism and the how to sell a haunted house. Those are like better than this one. This one wasn't bad, and I just love how he goes by decade. Like the friend's exorcism, best friend exorcism was in the 80s, I believe, and then the haunted house was in the 90s, something like that. But and this one was in the 70s. So I mean, it was an enjoyable read. I kind of like the story. It wasn't. I didn't love it. I just have to say it. I'm just rambling here. I didn't love it as much as I loved the other books, but it was still good. So yeah. And next, we have The Dragon Keeper. Robin Hood always delivers, and The Dragon Keeper is no exception. It's slower pace, yes, but rich with emotion and quiet revelations. Set in the Rain Wilds, this is the story of malformed dragons and the outcast humans assigned to escort them upriver in search of a lost city. It's character driven. I love following Tamara and Alice, both women finding purpose in a world that tries to silence them. Even the dragons are full of personality, arrogant, needy, and occasionally hilarious. It's not action heavy, but if you love slow burn fantasy with heart and depth, this journey is one worth beginning. I have to say it. I'm giving this book 5 stars. I love all the realm of the Otherlings. Of course, my favorite one is the Live Ship Traders, but I really love the characters in this one. This is more character driven story than anything else, and it's like them going through the journey and seeing them from the very beginning and just meeting these characters. It's just I just love it. This is the first book that I read in the month of April, and yes, I ended up reading all the books already, the all the 4 books in the Rainwell's Chronicles. Yeah, that is the name of the series, the Rainwell Chronicles. So I still have 3 more books in the realm of the Orleans that I need to finish, and then I'll be done, so that I can reread and experience it in another way now that I know everything that I know now. But I love this book. So yeah, 5 stars to The Dragon Keeper, the first book in the Rainwell Chronicles by Rabbit Hot. Now, finally, Kingdoms of Death, the fourth Sun Eater book, took everything I thought I knew and tore it apart. Hadrian Marlowe faces unimaginable loss, and this is easily the darkest, most emotionally brutal book in the series so far. Torture, grief, political collapse, and the terrifying seal scene, everything reaches a boiling point here. There were moments that absolutely gutted me, but also scenes that expanded the universe in brilliant ways. Hadrian is no longer just a hero, he's a broken man slowly becoming something stronger through pain. It's devastating, but unforgettable. Gosh, I love this book, this On Eater saga. Oh my god. I mean, my favorite book so far is Demons in White, but this book, this book, oh god, it had me crying because things happen. Things happen. I know this is spoilers. I'm sorry if you haven't read these books. Just leave now, but it is the darkest entry so far. I really love Demon in White, and I really love Balka in that book because she really shone there, and this was just devastating, devastating. Like, oh my god, I couldn't get enough. I cannot wait to continue on. I believe the last book is supposed to come out this at the end of this year or closer to the end of the year. I don't know. I think so. Don't quote me on that because I'm not really sure, but I need to continue, and I'm just taking a break for the summer because I want to read some romance, but then I will get back to the Sun Eater because I absolutely adore this book so much, you guys. Like, seriously, devastating, devastating. Really, really love it. So, yeah, I love it. Okay, so now for the final flip through. That is the wrap up. I hope you guys like the setup. Look at this page. I think I love it. And that's a wrap up everything I read in April. Let me know if you read any of these or if one just made it into your TVR. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and help the channel grow. And if you want more fantasy reviews, check out my wrap up from March or my favorite books of the year of 2024. I'll link them in the description box down below and also on the screen at the end screen so that you don't miss any of my videos. And I'm looking forward to the other videos. Like I said, they are stationery hauls coming up. Also, May and June wrap-ups are coming up. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know you noticed I did something a little different. I did not post the reviews here. I will try to do that for the month of May. I just wanted to get this video out and it was taking me so long to edit, and I figured let me just do it like that. You're still hearing me, the voiceover with the review, so you're not missing anything. But thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to help the channel grow. Hit the like button and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching and stopping by, guys. Bye.